We have a new battle royale shooter in the market, and it is called Farlight 84 with a wide variety of weapons, amazing looking vehicles, and cool looking characters. For those who are new, I covered Dawn Awakening, an upcoming open world survival shooter, as well as provide news, initial impressions, reviews on mobile shooters. So consider subscribing to stay updated on the latest news for mobile shooters. So how does Farlight 84 differentiate itself from other battle royale shooters? Well, straight out of the bat, I can give 2 points, that is jetpacks and vehicle combat. Usage of jetpacks is a norm in this battle royale, so you'll be zapping around the map and it doesn't require any fuel. So I would say the jetpack is so far a unique element only found in Farlight 84. The vehicles in this game actually have mounted weapons on them, so I can already imagine that the developers are aiming for a vehicle combat mode only in the future perhaps. But this is also unique to Farlight 84 as it does provide something new to the reskinned battle royale games we are getting these days in mobile. We dropped from capsules instead of a bus or a plane, so that is another adjustment the developers have made for this game. And most importantly, there's no building bullshit in this game, so you can freely play this game without the worry of building crap like Fortnite. Moving on, I want to talk about the pros and cons of this game, and let me start with the pros, which I only have 2 of. Firstly, the jetpack movement is very nicely done and is responsive to touch movements, and feels very smooth to use. Although I would prefer in the future updates where the developers add the ability to hover, which will be pretty cool as well. I would say the addition of jetpacks is one of the main selling points to play this game because it is simply fun to use. Next up, the UI, which I always talk about, and this is done decently. It is not cluttered in the main menu or in-game, which is good considering the game just soft launched today. If you're used to other battle royale games, then diving into Farlight 84 shouldn't be much of a change, as it follows your regular buttons along with the addition of jetpack buttons. Moving on to the cons, well, I have 3, so let me lay it out for you guys. Firstly, and this is expected of, but the optimization is horrible. The game is lagging and stuttering even playing on a high-end device, which I'm not liking so far, and is not a really pleasant experience if you're eager to jump in and play the game right now. So I would suggest the developers to highly optimize the game before final release, otherwise this will be the first complaint from a majority of players when it releases. Next up, we have to talk about the bugs, where I went under the map for at least 2 minutes and out of nowhere it popped me back up in the top as well. I cannot hear footsteps properly and sometimes the audio is missing when you're firing a weapon, but this is also expected of from a soft launch game. But still, the bugs have to be fixed from patches. Finally, the touchscreen controls are very sluggish, and I've noticed this in other early launch titles as well, and is becoming somewhat of a trend where moving and shooting is just unresponsive sometimes. This does exclude the jetpack buttons, but apart from those 2 specific buttons, the controls just don't feel responsive at times when you're playing. If you were to get into a quick-paced combat situation, it'll be pretty difficult for you because sometimes the control just takes their time to work, and this should be their next priority to fix for the developers. But we are there at that point where the question pops up, is it worth playing? Well, my answer is you can definitely try it, although I would wait for a few patches to roll in and more players to join, as you can have an enjoyable experience then. But if you really want to try it, go ahead, but don't expect a smooth experience. Well, that is all for this video. Let me know in the comments if you'll be playing Farlight 84. I'll see you guys in the next one.